Hi everybody. Well, today I am out here working on the brakes on a 2006 Trailblazer. The brakes have been making a squealing sound, as well as I've been told that when you brake it kind of pulls. Usually that's because the calipers are either doesn't have enough grease, or they are becoming hard, also due to the fact that they need to be greased. So doing this whole job, I'm going to be using Bendix Priority 1. These ones are ceramic pads. And I'll also be using regular hand tools, except for the impact gun. I need some help with that. So first of all, and to begin with, I'm going to be removing the cover, to loosen the wheel hub nuts. I forgot what they're called. I'm so sorry. It's Sunday and it's kind of early for me. Then I'm gonna set it up on a floor jack and also stands. So give me a second while I do that. 1 second, please. So to loosen the wheel, I used a 19. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit out of focus. Sorry about that. And a Bauer impact gun. This little thing packs a punch and really helps. Now I'm about to lift up the truck. 1 second. Come on, focus. So now with the wheel removed, I'm going to be removing the wheel caliper pins, which are this one and this one right there. And you need a 13 socket. Well, the number's there and it's a 13. So you need a 13 to remove them. Once you remove them, it will be easier to open this up like a clamshell. 1 second. Now once you have removed them all, both of them, bottom, don't forget that the caliper needs to be hanging from something. So I'm going to tie it from up here to this hole right here, so as not to put any pressure on the brake line. Excuse me while I do that. 1 minute. Well, everybody, after having removed them, I have come to realize that, I don't know if you guys can see due to the light issues. Sorry about that, guys. The sun's not helping at all. There we go. As you guys can see, I removed the brake pads, and the brake pads are actually pretty good. Only problem here is, and I'm gonna put the brake pad aside. The caliper pins, they're rather stuck, especially this one. Oh man, it's barely moving. So this is gonna need to be greased, and this is the problem here. Since they're not properly greased, they're not moving properly, and they're causing problems to the brake pad as well as the brake discs. So I'm gonna remove this as carefully without ripping the. There we go. Let me see if I can get it out. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's. Oh man, I don't know if you guys can see it. This thing is dirty. It's greasy, but grimy actually. So I'm gonna clean this up, and I'm gonna show you the grease that I'm gonna use to fix this. This is actually the only problem with it. The brakes are good, everything else is good, but this should not be happening. That sticking should not be happening. This should be free moving. 1 second, please. Well, guys, I'm sorry the camera fell out of my hands while recording. So this is part 2. I have removed the wheel, I have removed the brake calipers, and the pins were super dirty. I have cleaned them as best as I can. I'm going to be putting some super lube on it. This kind, it's silicone based, which is better than petroleum. Petroleum will eat through the plastic coverings that go around the pins, and you don't want to do that. You want to use something like this, or silicone paste on them. A little bit will help a lot. Don't forget to clean also, if possible, where the pins go. The way I did it was by putting each pin in there and pulling out the dirty grease and just wiping it off. So I'm gonna put some grease on this and I'm gonna put them back. 1 second please. Well, I have greased the pins. I don't know if you can tell. You don't need to put a lot, you just need to put a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way in these ones. And I'm gonna put them back 1 second and I'll show you just how it's supposed to move. I'm trying to focus here guys, but this camera is not helping much. So I have put the caliper back. As you can see, it moves way better than it did when I found it. This should help the brake not get stuck. This is a little bit because of the air pressure, otherwise it's moving pretty well. So now I'm just gonna put a little bit of grease in these parts of the brakes, only so that it also moves and it doesn't stick once due to rust. So I'm gonna do that and start putting it back. I'll show you that in a little bit. 1 second guys. So I have put the caliper back. I'm putting the bolts back in. Don't forget to align it properly, and you're gonna be need a 13 again to tighten it. So just tighten it down and we'll get it down to spec. 1 second please. So once they're tight, it's supposed to tighten it down to specifications. I don't have them with me at the moment. Also, I don't have a torque wrench with me, or a torque tool. But as long as you tighten it to the point where you can't turn it anymore, don't try to over tighten it, as it would make it more difficult on the next job. Now that it's all back together, I just need to put the wheel and do the other side. So let me put the wheel and continue with this. So the wheel's back. Just need to put the cover, lower it down and test it. I will be doing the other side, and if the light is better than the other side, then I will also record it for you guys, the full extended. Well, have a good one and see you next time.